Hey, today we are talking about Africa and the cultivable land that the African nations have. For over a century, Africa have been blessed with leaders, but they are not visionary about the arable land that African nations have. If Africa can be able to maximize the arable land, we will not be talking about banditry, cattle rustling, kidnapping, terrorism as an hideout for terrorism and other criminal offences. African arable land have been the opportunity that these criminal elements make use of. From the northern African nations like Egypt, the Chad, to the eastern nations like Kenya, to the southern nations such as the Zimbabwe and the West African countries like Nigeria, Ghana, we are not all secure because of the way these criminal elements make use of this land to perpetrate their evil. African nations need to maximize Africa's vast area of land and turn this farming activity to wealth for their teeming youth. Africa is shouting that there is poverty in the land. Africa is clamoring that there is hunger in the land. But there is a lot of land that we can use to provide food for African children. These are land that we can make use of. These are land that we can use to process our food. These are land that we can use to process what we take into our system. African nation can be developed when our leaders become visionary that a movie like The Hard should not be criticized, but it should be an eye-opener for African leaders to ensure that we have quality leadership that maximizes the use of arable land for the cultivation of crop that we need to put food on the table. African nations can develop. African nations can be better. African nations can give us what we want. In as much as African leaders decided to be what? To be visionary about not criticizing a movie such as They Had and what? And they use this as an opportunity to what? To bring about mechanized farming for the employment of youth in the African sub-region and what? And develop their nation on food production, processing and storage. Thank you very much.